Happy Sunday, friends. Welcome back to another episode of some good old Sunday dinner. Y'all know how we do over here. We don't play about our Sunday dinners. We're going to throw down in that kitchen, okay? These are most of the ingredients I use right here, and let's jump straight in that kitchen. I started off by seasoning my nice and clean shrimp. I'm using some hot garlic parmesan, some black peppers, some Thai-style chili peppers, and a little garlic powder, and some Slap Your Mama. Of course, you can use whatever seasonings it is that you like, and I also drizzled a little olive oil in my shrimp, gave them a nice mix, added some olive oil to a pan, and then added in my shrimp. Went ahead and tossed my shrimp around in that olive oil and let them cook for a couple minutes on each side. You want to make sure your shrimp is nice and pink. That lets you know that they fully cooked. And I forgot about this little steak I had in my fridge, y'all, and I don't believe in wasting no food, so that steak was going right on top of that pasta. Drizzled a little olive oil on top of my steak, and for my seasonings, I'm using Kinder Steak Blend and some Complete Seasoning. Both those seasonings together give you the perfect flavor. Added a little butter to my pan, and then I added in my steak, and I also added some fresh thyme. Now, I'm not a medium rare type of girl. I like my steak well done, but you cook your steak as long as you want to, okay? Moving on to our homemade Alfredo sauce, I started off with a pint and a half of heavy whipping cream, some cream cheese, and a little bit of butter. You want to make sure that your heat is on low so that everything can simmer, and I also like to add the whole 8 ounces of cream cheese, y'all. I like it to be real nice and creamy, but you don't have to add as much as I added. I'm using some mozzarella and Parmesan cheese and all those good old seasonings that I showed y'all. You want to whisk everything in real good. And you want to make sure that you're using a whisk, not a spoon, so that everything can be nice and smooth. I also added in some black pepper and a little parsley flakes. Next, I went ahead and added in my fresh spinach. After I made sure it was nice and clean, I added it directly to my sauce and let everything simmer for about 10 minutes. Moving on to our pasta, I'm using 2 of my favorite Maggi chicken cubes. If you know, you know. Them folks need to go ahead and sponsor me at this point. I'm using linguine pasta, but of course, you can use any kind that you want. After my noodles was finished boiling, I added them directly to my sauce and gave everything a nice mix. Y'all, that pasta was so creamy. Garlic bread would be good with this dish, but I wanted some croissants. I am not the best at rolling them, so they wasn't the prettiest, but they was good. Threw them bad boys in the oven until they was nice and golden brown, and y'all, this is how everything turned out. When I say dinner was a 10 out of 10 once again. Y'all know I love to hear what my friends made for Sunday dinner, so definitely leave a comment and let me know. And y'all know I have to give my friends a bite. Have a blessed day, everybody.